Hey everybody, Black Ninja 797 here, and welcome back to another video. And today's video, this is going to be a commentary about my thoughts and opinions on why Modern Warfare 2 Remastered made a big mistake by being campaign only. Activision. What do you have to say for yourselves? This is, I believe, the 1 billionth mistake you have made, trying to please your fan base, if you have any left. And when it comes to Modern Warfare 2 Campaign Remastered, because that's the official title, because it's literally only the campaign, I, in my humble opinion, do not think it's worth the money. In my humble opinion, Modern Warfare 2, the campaign specifically, should just be left in the past. Think about it this way. When you pay money for a game, right, you in your head are like, okay, I'm going to be playing this game for X reason. Like, I'm playing because I enjoy this story, or I enjoy the gameplay, or I want to play with my friends, something like that. There's usually a reason behind it, and some reasons are kind of unnecessary. Like, for example, like when I ask people and I say like, hey, why are you buying Modern Warfare 2 Remastered if it's just the campaign only, the main reason is nostalgia. And I always think to myself, just being like, well, why can't they just go back and play the original Modern Warfare 2? Now, you may disagree with me on that. You may say, oh, John, well, the Modern Warfare 2 game was on 360. Was somebody doesn't have 360 anymore, or doesn't have the ability to play because they got rid of their console, or the multiplayer and everything is hacked to crap. That's an okay example, but my rebuttal is that the multiplayer is the only thing that's hacked. There's nothing stopping you from playing the campaign that's completely crisp and clean as once as you remembered. Secondly, the game is backwards compatible, so there's nothing stopping a person from buying it again or even using their old copy on their Xbox One. Now, if you're on PlayStation, I understand. That may be a little bit of a different story. PlayStation 3 games cannot be remade for PlayStation 4. I understand they don't have backwards compatibility, so you may be like, oh, well, that's a decent reason. Yes, that is, but in my honest opinion, my humble opinion, my opinion, so don't take this the wrong way, campaigns should really only just be one and done. Multiplayer is replayable, campaigns are not. Maybe it's just my attention span, maybe it's just me as a person, that's why I said just take this with a grain of salt if you haven't assumed that already, but multiplayers are usually replayable. Campaigns, the way I look at them is that if I really want to experience a story again, I'll really just watch a walkthrough or just watch the stuff online. It's kind of like rewatching the same movie you've seen already. It's like you know what's going to happen, so it's like not truly the same. Like there's not enough time that's gone by, or like that kind of like repetitive feeling in a bad way. Multiplayer, it's slightly different, so each time you play it, it feels new enough that makes it you want to replay it. I don't really understand a lot of games where their main replayability is based off a campaign, because you know exactly what's going to happen to the point where it gets freaking boring. Like, I love campaigns, I really, really do. But not only that, but also another thing as well is when it comes to games like, you'll notice how when I've been finishing 360 Fridays Season 2 as of recently, I just finished the last episode with Advanced Warfare on the 360. Some games you can't play the multiplayer after a certain amount of time because the games just die. The player bases will just shrivel up, and then there's literally no lobbies at all. I don't know if there literally is no lobbies at all, but the thing is though is that for me, I can't find a game in any mode at any time of the day at all. Like literally at all. I've tried everything, and I even have the DLC off. It's that bad. I cannot find a game. Some of my games are just dead. And that's why I like to have the campaigns after the fact, because the game itself, if the multiplayer dies, I can still get enjoyment out of the campaign then, when I don't have the ability to play multiplayer. Multiplayer, I used to be a big no-no person on. Like, before I didn't find it necessary, I would be like, I want to figure out what game I'm playing first so that way it doesn't spoil the story. I used to be a big campaign guy, especially back before I had my 360. Now the thing is though, is when I got my 360, it was such a novelty at the time, I had played multiplayer first before any campaigns, and I haven't gone back. And the reason why is because of that belief. I believe that if you play a campaign first, if your multiplayer is inevitably going to die, like you can't tell me you can go back on COD Ghost or Advanced Warfare and say you can find an easy lobby like you did before when the game came out. Like, you would literally be lying to yourself. stuff like that. Like, the campaign is kind of like a last second effort. It's like a one last hurrah to keep the game alive. That's why I like alternate modes in games, especially if they're not required to be online. So that way you can still play when the multiplayers die. Because some games can go for years and some just die after a year, like the COD games. It's just kind of frustrating how that Modern Warfare 2 Remastered was that case. I feel like that really what is going to be a little bit of nostalgia for like one time, and then people are just going to put down the game, and it literally wastes money, especially when we have this beer flu thing going on. People could use that money. Like, instead of spending money on Modern Warfare 2 Remastered, donate to charity or something. Like, I don't like wasting. I truly honestly don't like wasting. And if you genuinely enjoy Modern Warfare 2 to the point where you want to buy the remastered copy for just the campaign only and you'll play it a crap ton or maybe even once, that's fine. But I just suggest you don't, because I know you can put it into something better. Why go back to the past when you can, embrace your future and have more fun investing that into a new game or having fun trying to make new memories? Like, that's just the way I look at it. I really don't see why a lot of people are so stuck on nostalgia, because nostalgia can be a bitch. It really, really can, especially in Modern Warfare 2 case. Like, even the campaign, you'll notice that some features were just broken. Like, full-on broken. Like, you'll experience the noob tubes again, you'll experience Commando again, oh boy, will you. Because even on the AI, you're gonna be like, damn, this is really OP, it's not how I remembered it, because that's nostalgia. That's the nostalgia glasses being on. And I'm not trying to diss Modern Warfare 2. Modern Warfare 2 is a great game, but it's a broken-ass game. It's kind of like an ex-girlfriend. It's like you respect your ex-girlfriend for the memories they gave you, but you wouldn't go back to them. Like, that's kind of Modern Warfare 2. Is that, like, it's one and done, it's over with, don't go back. Like, Modern Warfare 2 is like an ex. You don't go back to your ex. Just don't. It's a bad idea. So, yeah, I really think that Modern Warfare 2, being campaign only, it's just kind of, like, not necessary. If it was the multiplayer, that would be a different story. I would really love to play the multiplayer again, because the multiplayer on Modern Warfare 2 Original, it's completely hacked and dead, and it's hard to find lobbies, if any at all. And I would love to experience that again, because basically what it would be doing is it'd be filling the shoes. It's kind of like, a child filling in the footsteps of a parent, because the parent won't be around anymore. The original Modern Warfare 2 is literally dead. You can't find lobbies. So Modern Warfare 2 Remastered can replace it, and that's why I want the multiplayer, honestly, over the campaign. Yes, I know inevitably the noob 2 problem will still happen, and I know that's also probably one of the reasons why they didn't remaster the game for the multiplayer specifically. But I just think that just should be the case, Like, you remastering only part of your game doesn't make any sense. Like, that's really weird to me. I don't know why you would only remaster just the campaign. Specifically just the campaign, not Spec Ops either, because Spec Ops is AI too. Like, I don't know why you wouldn't also remaster the Spec Ops mode. Something seems fishy to me here. I genuinely feel like that they're gonna bit by bit sell the rest of the Modern Warfare 2 Remastered piece by piece. I genuinely think that they're gonna make Modern Warfare 2's Remastered multiplayer, like, later on during Black Ops 5 somehow, because they know it's gonna be terrible, like how I was discussing in one of my previous videos. Because Modern Warfare, 2019, this is a decent game, by all means. It's not a perfect game, but it's a lot better than what I think Black Ops 5 is going to be, and I think Activision knows this too. Black Ops 5 is going to be a rush to all hell. It's going to be absolutely rush to all hell. And the thing is with Black Ops 5 is that the game honestly might be more broken than Modern Warfare 2, just solely because it won't be finished. Modern Warfare 2 is supposedly finished when it originally came out. You realize that, right? Like, Black Ops 5 we know is going to be rushed, but Modern Warfare 2 wasn't rushed. It was finished. that was the big difference. And so if Modern Warfare 2 was that broken when they thought it was finished, I can't even imagine Black Ops 5. So they're probably going to honestly remaster Black Ops, sorry, not Black Ops. I wish it was Black Ops 2, but they're probably going to remaster Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer during the cycle of Black Ops 5 when it starts to get slow and run down. And the campaign is just for now for Modern Warfare 2019 because it's already been 7 months into that game. COD really only makes it like 6 months at the very minimum, like lately. Like, that's the minimum that it makes. The maximum is luckily a year. If you can get a year, then that's a successful COD game. But minimum, it usually starts to cap up like about like 6 months. Sometimes even earlier if it's like something really bad like Infinite Warfare, but usually 6 months. I think what they're going to do is they're going to remaster the multiplayer during Black Ops 5 because they know it's going to be rushed. And I just think that it was a big mistake not remastering it now, Because if you try to charge $30 for the campaign remastered and then try to charge, like, let's say another 60 for the multiplayer, because this is Activision we're talking about, we know what they would do. That's going to be absolutely bogus. You cannot tell me with a straight face that you genuinely think that that's fair. So that's just a commentary I want to just put in your guys' minds. Let me know in the comment section down below what you think of my idea. I genuinely can see this happening. I just hope it's not the case, because I wouldn't want you guys to waste your money. Because after this whole entire 5 years to 6 years of supply drop casinos, I don't want to even remotely consider just investing my faith in Activision, even for the little things. It just, I don't want to. I'm not going to be a guinea pig for this again, so I just don't want you guys to be either. But I hope you guys ended up enjoying. If you did, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and since the fact I was also playing on Piccadilly, you should leave a like, because I haven't made a video on the default maps in forever, so that just alone should leave a like in your guys' respect. But I hope you guys ended up enjoying. If you did, you know, everything I just said, I will see you guys on the next one. Peace out, guys.